So this video is a short video that's going to take you through the 3 dance floors. So dance floor and dance floor 2 and dance floor 3, and just point out some things that you want to check as you are trying to get those pigs, the DancingPig extensions, to work as they should. So let's take a look first at dance floor. And so dance floor has 4 twirling pigs in the upper right, and then it's got 2 forward and back pigs, 2 side to side pigs, and then it's got 2 routine pigs. So if we run dance floor, it looks something like this. And again, in the upper right hand corner, we've got these 4 twirling pigs. Let's focus on the blue pig that we have here. So the blue pig, every half a second, its feet are turning clockwise. So it's spinning right, it's turning clockwise, and that's what the other twirling pigs are doing as well. They start in different positions, but they're also spinning right. That means clockwise. So right means clockwise, or turning right, or spinning right means clockwise, and it's true for all 4 of them. That's the only thing that a twirling pig does. It stays in the same place. It never moves from where it is. Okay, the forward and back pig is moving forward and back. And forward means in the direction that its feet are facing, right? It kind of steps forward. And then backward is in the direction that its head is facing. And I would suggest that you use distances of 64 pixels, because these icons that represent the pigs are 64 by 64. So the red pig is also moving forward and backward, but its feet are facing in the west direction, and so it goes west and then east, west and then east, west and then east, because of where its feet are facing. And then kind of in the middle on the top, we have 2 side-to-side pigs. It goes right first. A pig goes to its right first, and then to its left, right, left, right, left. And again, I would suggest that you use 64 pixels for both of those as you're moving. Okay, the routine pig is a little bit more complicated. And so the routine pig, you need to start out with a direction. So let's focus on the red pig that's kind of in the lower right-hand corner. And so it's going to face west. Its feet will face toward the left, right, toward the west. And then it's going to start by trying to move left. And it actually won't be able to do that because it's up against the wall. So you'll see in that first step that it can't do anything. But then it turns left, and you can imagine that it kind of kicks left. So kicking left or turning left, that's going to be turning in a counterclockwise direction. So let's just look at those first 2 things when I start it. So I'll stop this again. We'll focus again on the bottom right as I start it. So notice the bottom right. And initially it tries to go left, but it doesn't. But then it kicks left, and then it's going to do the other steps. And there are a variety of steps that it can do. I'll let it run there. It's going to try to go left. It can't, because it can't go off the board, and that's actually taken care of in one of the pig constant, or excuse me, the DancingPig methods. And then it's going to turn left, which you can imagine it's kind of kicking left, so it winds up facing south, or its feet are facing south. And then it tries to go left, and again, if it runs up against a wall, then it won't do that. And then it goes backward. That's in the direction where its head is facing. And then it's going to turn right, and so that's going to be clockwise. And then it's going to step forward. It's going to move in the direction of its feet. And then it's going to pause. And it turns out that both of these routine pigs are going to wind up going over the same places. They won't kind of shuffle off. And you can build routine pigs so that they wind up kind of drifting somewhere else. But not these. These will wind up kind of going over the same places that they did. So you can run this forever, and you're going to wind up with these pigs, these routine pigs, in the same places. Okay, so that's dance floor. And then dance floor 2 is going to create it creates all the things that it did before, but then it's also going to create some traveling pigs, and then a following pig that goes with each traveling pig. And then it's also going to create a routine leader, and then following pigs for that routine leader. So let me show you what that looks like. This is dance floor 2. So it's got everything that we had before: the twirling pigs, the forward and back, the side to side, the routine pigs in the lower right. But then it has a leader and a follower, and this is a traveling pig. The L leader is a traveling pig, and then the F follower is a follower for that traveling pig. So that's this set of two pairs where we've got the traveling pig. This is one that's kind of on the further left, and then this one is kind of in the second column that you see. And then we also have a routine leader that is having all these followers. So you might imagine maybe they're dancing pigs in a dance class or something like that, where the leader is doing something and the followers themselves are really not choosing to move. It's the leader that is guiding them, and whatever the leader does, that's what the follower does. That's what the follower does. Now the follower for the traveling pig is doing the opposite of what the traveling pig is doing, right? And if it runs into a wall, then it turns around for the traveling pig and its follower. Whereas for the routine leader, everyone that follows the routine leader does exactly what it does, unless it runs up against a wall, and that's actually not being tested. So then we got the L for leader and then F for follower. All right, and then the last one, dance floor 3, will again create some traveling pigs. These traveling pigs are going to go east and west, so it just tests to see that it's working if you go east and west rather than north and south. And then we have another routine leader, and then we've got some followers for that routine, much like in dance floor 2. But then as we are running this endless loop, we're keeping a counter, and we do the full routine. So that's what this counter is doing at 17. And then we look to add a follower and then remove a follower, or I guess it was remove a follower and then add a follower, and you'll see that when I run this. So dance floor 3. So again, you can see the traveling pig and the follower up on the top, traveling east-west, east-west down below as well. And then in the middle here, we've got this leader, this routine leader, and then we've got the followers. But then we drop one of the followers, and then we add it back in, and then we drop another one of the followers. And these are just being chosen at random. If we take a look, it's just a random number that is going to choose from this list of these followers here. That's why we've got this little bit of math that's going on here. So it's choosing just one of these following pigs to remove as a follower, and then it adds it back in when it comes back, and then it removes another one. And it's possible that it'll remove the same one consecutively, but usually what happens, so it looks like this one was dropped or removed as a follower, and now which one's going to be, now this one up here is going to be removed as a follower while it does its routine, and then as it comes back to the beginning of the array, then it's going to drop someone else or remove some other following pig. And so that's a way for us to test your remove follower and then add follower. It looks like they're all happening over here on the right. Let's see if we can wait for it to happen over somewhere on the left. Nope, on the right again. But it just does the full routine. Come on, one on the left. There we go. So it should just pick one of these over. It might be up above, might be in the middle, might be down at the bottom, right or left. But it's going to drop one, remove one as a follower, and then add it back in, and then remove another one. And the routine takes us back to where we started, so it just goes endlessly. And I should probably mention that for the traveling pig and its follower, if it runs against a wall, then it's going to reverse its course. The leader will reverse its course, and of course the follower just does the opposite of what the leader does, and turns around. And again, for these, you want to probably move 64 pixels, because the icons, the images themselves, are 64 by 64. Okay, and of course you want to probably read the directions once you think that you are done. Reading the directions and making sure that you're following all of the conventions expected in that PDF that describes it.